non-stop and post. Then when network go back, so they show. Now I stop to my relax. So now if I watch my phone now, this phone don't send to recording on my phone.
Okay, so
I don't know pause that.
why you can?
No, I will carry permission. I go on YouTube, I go watch on the server. So then right now, so if Macabo, this is the before. Okay?
Yes, sir.
How we talk, so.
Shall we all please sit? Shall I go to item number 5? Again, we shall call on the performers to read Italian songs, Islamic songs, in mourning of our hero, Lansana Sharif. Performers of Italian song, please. We shall move to the next item on the agenda, which is the opening prayers that will be delivered by the city imam. Let us pray. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, most precious, most merciful. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. كل نفس ذائقة الموت. إنما توفون أجوركم يوم القيامة. فمن زحزح عن النار وأدخل الجنة فقد فاز. وما الحياة الدنيا إلا متاع الغرور. Everyone shall taste death, and only on the day of resurrection shall you be paid your wages in full. Whoever is removed away from the fire and admitted to paradise, he indeed is successful. Life of this world is only enjoyment of deception, a deceiving him. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We are all from Allah, and to him our final return. Our brother has taken his final exit from the earth. كل من عليها فان ويبقى وجه ربك ذو الجلال والإكرام. فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان. All that is on earth will perish, and the face of your Lord, full of majesty and honor, will remain forever. Then, which of the blessings of your Lord will you both, kings and jinn, mankind, but fleeting sheep, earthly rulers, empires, the works of science and art, the splendor of human glory, intellect, outer nature, the mountains and the valleys, the sun and the moon will all pass away. They are appointed
time. Fellow mourners, let's think for a second. What is this, the essence of this life? Why all this wahala? Why all the fears about anything? When we will depart from this world with nothing? Our brothers, Lansana, study Bongo, mind the force. Let us rethink. Let's have a rethink again and ask ourselves, is it off? Does it worth it? The hatred, the animosity, the jealousy, the betrayal, does it worth it? Since we are all near. We are here temporarily. Let us think and mend our ways now that we have the opportunity to still Almighty Allah. We are assembled here this morning. Humility in our hearts, to mourn and say farewell to your illustrious servant, Lansana, who by your permission is able to accomplish his assignments for which you sent him on the face of your earth. By your saving grace, Allah, Supreme Maker of all beings on earth, brought us here to pay our last respect to a fine gentleman of integrity, upright, of humility. Invited him to the world of eternity after living a commendable life on your earth in the field of entertainment. His remains lying before you, Lord. You are the Hayyul Qayyum. You are the ever-living. Told us in your Quran, that Salaka Ibadi Faini Karibun, Jibudawata Daida Da'an. That asks about me, I'm closer to you. I'm always answer the call of the supplicant when he calleth upon me. Therefore, Lord, call upon you that you have mercy. Our brother, our friend, lying before you, under your protection and covenant, is airborne to his final transit point, Hayatul Barzakhiya, before judgment. Protect him, Allah, from the turmoil in the grave. For you are the Lord of mercy. Overlook, Lord, his past mistakes. You are the Ni'm al-Mawla, but Ni'm al-Masir. You are the best of help and the best of protect. Lord, You are Iyaka na'budu, Iyaka nasta'in. You alone, Lord, do we worship. And you alone do we ask for help. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Salamun ala al-mursalin. Walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Please, mourners, join me in reciting. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. الرحمن الرحيم. مالك يوم الدين. إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Imam, for the rendition of the prayers for the opening of this session. Let me listen to remind all that this session is divided into 3 segments. First, there will be the signing of the Book of Condolence. Second, there will be the paying of tributes to the deceased. And thirdly, there will be the laying of wreath. So on that note, I hereby invite the Deputy Chief Administrator to the declaration of purpose.
Your Excellency, First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Honorable Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, and other ministers of government present here today, distinguished mourners, ladies and gentlemen. On the 24th of July, 1966, superstar, hero, and an icon was born to a Maningo father, Mohammed Lansana Sharif, and Gandhi mother, Haja Watasano Sharif. The newly born was named Lansana Sharif. Little did his parents realize that he was born great. Born in Daru in the Jawa Chiefdom, Kailaon district, Lansana Sharif's main interest was to pursue music and entertainment. It's safe to say he got his musical inspiration whilst in school. Early as junior school days, he took interest in acting plays and melodramas. He performed on stage musicians such as the legendary Big Fire, or the choral scene, Prince Nicole, and a host of others. Without any formal training in music or drama, Lansana Sharif wrote plays in Creole and assigned characters various roles. Lansana Sharif, as we are told, showed tremendous talent in these areas and became popular amongst his peers, who started calling him, as we know him, Steady Bongo. He also hosted a program called Variety Time at Sierra Leone Broadcasting Service at the time. He touched the hearts of Sierra Leoneans with his songs like Ready Before You Married, Want to Be Me, Welcome to Democracy and Peace, La Salon, Masila, and many more. He took part in musical competitions and won several awards, including Order of the Local, the highest civilian honor in Sierra Leonean history, because of his love for peace and unity that he always preached during the Civil War in Sierra Leone. Steady Bongo had an inseparable marriage with music, which propelled him to form a musical group we all know as Steady Bongo, cultural hero. He will be credited for being one of the first musicians to popularize Sierra Leone music to the outside world. It is no exaggeration to say that the surviving wife, children, friends and relatives, and colleagues in the music and entertainment industry are tempted to ask the following questions. O death, why do you exist? Why is it that you are unavoidable, inescapable, and inevitable? Why do you cause this flower to wither while it blossoms? O death, look at what you have done. Why did you have to take away Steady Bongo? Your Excellency, Ministers of Government present, due to his immense contribution to the state, especially in the music and entertainment industry, this is the government of His Excellency, the President, Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Madabio, to accord a befitting civic funeral to the mortal remains of Steady Bongo. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, as Deputy Chief Administrator of Freetown City Council, and on behalf of the leadership and the entire membership of Freetown City Council, I humbly declare this ceremony started. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deputy Chief Administrator. Lansana, the declaration of war. We shall now have the blessing of the book of condolence to the young that is
بارك الذي بيده الملك هو على كل شيء قدير الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا وهو العزيز الغفور. Glory be to Allah, in whose hands is the dominion and is able to do all things. Who has created death and life, that he may test you which of you is best indeed. And he is all knower, everything. And every nation has its appointed time. Libya. Neither can they be delayed or put forward. Inna lillahi ma aqad wa lillahi ma ata wa kullu indahu ajalin musamma. verily, everything belongs to Allah. The Bongo, belongs to Allah. Everything that belongs to Allah, Allah has taken away. And belongs to Allah that He has given. كيف تكفرون بالله وكنتم أمواتا فأحياكم ثم يحييكم ثم يحييكم ثم إليه ترجعون. How can you deny faith or disbelieve Allah, say that you were without life and He gave you life? Then He will give you death. Then again will bring you to life on the day of judgment. Death then is the state before life began, which may be non-existence or existence in another form. Our brother's existence has not ended. He is transferring to the Hayatul Barzakhiya after a visible death and before judgment. After that, he'll be then given another life. Mr. Lansana, his contribution to the entertainment field has been a great quality for which this service is being organized and for which his remains deserves a fitting funeral. On behalf of our President, Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Madabi, I worship the Mayor and the entire family members of the Freetown municipality, the entire Islamic Ummah, and all Sierra Leoneans. I extend my profound and heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family. In the name of Allah, I bless and declare this book of condolence open. May Allah have mercy on our departed brother. And may Allah bless us.
Thank you very much, City Imam, for such wonderful prayers. So on that note, he has brought us to the first segment of this session, which is the signing of the Book of Condolence by Mona's Home. So it will be done in this order. During this session also, I would like to invite the Sierra Leone Police Band to please be giving us Islamic rendition of Islamic songs. Please. I have the honor and privilege to invite Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Madam Fatima Madabiu, to sign the Book of Condolence. now also invite the Honorable John Benjamin to sign the book of condolence. Let me now invite Mr. Mohammed Sharif to sign the book of covenant. Mr. Mohammed Sharif, please. Let me move on to Mr. Jonathan Bia. Please proceed to sign the book of covenant. AKA P2. Invite the child here to more level beside the covenant. I now call on Mr. Jiba to sign the book of covenant. Let me call on Dr. Mohammed Alex Vandi, sign the book of covenant. Signing of the book of condolence includes, I now call on Mrs. Lansana to sign the book of condolence. Mrs. Lansana. Entertainers of Sierra Leone, I have the pleasure to call Mr. Jimmy B to sign the book of covenant. Mr. Jimmy B and that session of these proceedings. So on that note, we would like to have the Leone Police Band discontinue the renditions of songs. So that we have players from the city demand. Band, please. Thank you very much. Let me now invite the city imam for prayer.
Say Amin after Allahumma in kana muhsinan fazid ihsanihi وإن كان مسيئا فتجاوز دارا خيرا من داره وأهلا خيرا من أهله اللهم نور قبره واجعل قبره روضة من رياض الجنة ولا تجعل قبره كفرا من كفر النار اللهم أنت عفو كريم تحب العفو فاعف عنه يا أرحم الراحمين يا لطيف يا رحمن يا كريم يا أكرم الأكرمين سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون والسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Those wonderful prayers, we are now in the second segment of these proceedings, which is the tributes that will be given in honor of the deceased Lansana Sheriff Steady Bongo. Steady Bongo, to me, is an icon of fashion. You know, usually these programs are moderated by someone in a suit, dark suit, you know, but because of the tribute I have for him, I am dressed like this, you know, to project his fashion image. So on that note, let me now invite Mr. Mada Lansana from the family to give tribute to the deceased.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we're here to honor not just a musician, but a father, a brother, a friend, a ride and die. He was everything. Anything good you could think about could be affiliated to him. He was one of the best, if not the greatest. Music was not something he just did. He loved it. He sacrificed so much to make it right. But today, He's no more with us. I am no longer going to get those phone calls, those audios of projects that he's working on, asking me for feedbacks. What do I think? We had those moments, and wallahi, I cherished it so much. He was a humble man, and he led with humbleness. He showed us so many ways to make it through. He showed us so many ways that happiness is not all about the money, but the right people around you. It's one of the reasons why I pick and choose my friends. I see everybody as equal. Because this dunya, we don't know who's out there for end up. A couple of weeks back before he actually had the accident, we talked on the phone. And he promised to call me this Sunday. Subhanallah. Papa, I'm not going to ask why you left so soon. Wallahi, I'm not going to. Because you knew you was going to go. You just didn't know how or when. And it was shocking. To get it on the nose, Baloshi Papa. One of the saddest days of my life was on Saturday, the 7th of December. He told me personally, you're smart. You don't have to do music like I did. Find your path. Make it do whatever you think you better at. Don't go for follow me footsteps. One thing about the guy is somebody that doesn't force people to take after him. No. He encourages everybody in the family to find your path and make the best out of it. And above all, he put Islam away. So whatever you guys do, don't forget to say Alhamdulillah when things go right. And even more Alhamdulillah when things don't go right. Because from Allah we came from, and to Allah we shall return. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Papa, you will always be my role model. Yeah, you know, they ever call yourself Papa and son. Never. None of that. We always have nicknames. He's my G. He's my dog. He's my ride and die. And you will always be. Before I step down the stage, I also want to send speedy recovery wishes to the one who were engaged in the accident. And to which when our plan happened. Not self-encounter the accident. When I know dialect steady did. But you people suffer a great pain. Some of them I get for the suffer for the rest of their life because of the trauma. But on behalf of myself and the family, we don't owe nothing against you now. We pray Allah puts us back on our feet, so now we'll go back to making whatever you guys was doing and do it better. Thank you all. Assalam.
Thank you very much to Mr. Lansana. So, according to him, the deceased, Steady Bongo, was the best, if not the greatest. On that note, let me welcome Her Excellency, the First Lady of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Madam Fatima Madabio, to give tribute to Steady Bongo.
Very much. Today, we gather here for a big farewell to one of the greatest artists in this country. And somebody who imaged it not only for entertainment, but to use the music for change narratives in this country. We don't use the music for change. A lot of things then from negative to positive. There, representing His Excellency the President, where, as a matter of fact, Nani break the news to them, say, and they see on social media, say steady death, accident. See, I'm like half an hour where the big brother to me put on my page, and as I go back for explain to His Excellency to make them check what will happen, I see again on social media say it don't die. So for me it was a bit shocking. I don't know how I feel that day. Personally, I know Jimmy. I know Steady Bongo personally. And I'm also in heart still. And I know what he wants for this country. And I know what he wish for Sierra Leone. As Muslims, we person die, God, last say make we not ask him why, because we all for prepare for this day. Because this not a day where they come. We just don't know when. We pray say the day where it come, it allowable for giving the opportunity. For Lord, we praise Him more until we go meet Him and make Allah receive way in heaven. Because now that we all pray for the world today. And just to say to the Honorable Minister of Tourism, when you see something like this, you don't want to come out now yourself. You just want to wake every morning and then you pray, you don't, afternoon you pray, so that when that time comes, lay between in the room, but nobody don't know when it will come. So we can only pray to Papa God for it will make it easy for we, and that when that time come back, there's nothing so gracious make person die and then your country miss you. Today we will say goodbye to a great legend, a man who don't touch lives, a man who don't change narrative for the country. And me for one, I'm very proud of him. Because, when you believe in something, do unto the best of your ability. Steady believe in what it is saying in music, and for anyone who come out nothing else, you do it with the best of your ability. So Lord, we mourn as Muslims, and mourn the way Allah say, we for mourn, we mourn as believers them say, when in time don't come, we don't come, and the only thing we can do for them now, and for pray for them, make God receive them in Jannah, make God make them easy for them, and that the family we don't left behind, may God give them the strength for able for going through this. This is not a pain when nobody know you will tell you, say, and so you for deal with it. It is a pain when we all get for go through. So we just get for stand with one another, support one another, and be there for one another. To a wife, this is the worst day for a woman, and then you lost your husband. But today is your turn. It could be any one of us. You just get for stay strong, and stay strong with the beginning. And then let you pray and make God know, yes, you are still a believer, and that If not to him, he forgive you. If not to you, not him. So you therefore be strong on that side. And I just want to wish the family well and say, my condolences will go to my all personally, and His Excellency also asked that I extend the condolences to the entire family, and I wish that we will be able to find space in your life for hold on to each other and be strong for one another. At this juncture, for all Maui Kanaya, I want to say thank you for celebrating a true hero, for celebrating a man who will serve the country, for celebrating, because we know we can't more somebody who will serve this country so wonderfully. The last small picking wedding at this country sabi the name Steady Bongo. And when they say Steady Bongo, they're not sabi for thief, they're not sabi for push, they're not sabi for all the bad in the world we talk of. We sabi for music, and we sabi for activism. That part still not too many people know about him, but Steady Bongo using music for be one of the greatest activists in this country. He using music for change mindset of the people then in a positive way. He used the music for help win. During the war, for Lord, we see say peace is better than war. He used the music for bring Sierra Leone together, and Lord, we see the country, a lovely country. So for a man like that, we can only celebrate him. And let us celebrate him with faith and take him to his resting place and not say, yes, it is the will of Allah. I want to say thank you to everyone of our way here this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, and you. Two takeaways that I derived from her speech. The first one was steady change, negative to positive. So we should all develop that mindset of changing negative to positive. And secondly, she said we should believe in something as the Bongo did. So let us all believe in something and take it away and run with it. So on that note, let me call on a friend, Mr. Salim S. Lasakol, to give tribute on behalf of the deceased.
First Lady of the Republic, Sierra Leone, Madam Minister of Tourism, distinguished protocols observed. I have this moral responsibility to give a tribute to a man who never referred to me as a friend you and I know. If you ever wanted Steady Bongo to be angry, tell him, where is your friend? We tell you that man is not a friend. To many today, both home and abroad, I know you'll be shocked to learn that Steady was never a biological brother. A friendship that transformed into brotherhood. A brotherhood that I will always remember and I am sure will never break from my heart. I consider it a privilege to stand before this honorable and distinguished audience in carrying out a task I never thought was going to come too soon. The task of giving a tribute to a dear brother and friend can't be done with pleasure, considering the timing. In September of 1986, I was part of the team of teachers at the Methodist Secondary School in Kailan, USSK. My late brother lying here had relocated to Kailan from the Islamic Secondary School in Kenya. So please. Sorry, please. Deliberately, I typed this note just late last night, as late as 11:30, and on his page, with a deliberate intent to ensure that this will be the last time I will post on his page. So if I'm having calls, it's understandable. Like I started, in September of 1986, I was part of the team of teachers at the Methodist Secondary School in Kailan. My late brother lying here had relocated to Kailan from the Islamic Secondary School in Kenya. I was a PP teacher and he a third form. Though a PP, but he looked always smart in his uniform. We therefore easily gelled because I was equally very attractive and well kept. In any case, without a tertiary certificate, my education was in deficit with a room for furnishment. Instead, people saw me differently. In me, he saw a cute and promising guy teaching in high school. One day, during lunch hour, he approached me with an unsuspecting file bearing songs he had started writing. He told me how in that school, how he was molested by a teacher whom he had explained to about his dream of becoming a musician. The teacher then asked him to quit school since he wanted to train as a musician. To the teacher, it was an insult because they believed formal education was all. He did not take kindly to that. This was how our journey started. A newfound mentor in me and he the mentee. As a result of the respectable and comforting reception given to him, he asked that I start editing his songs. That I did with ease and pleasure. I later played a role in connecting him with John Blah, a musician in the 1980s in Freetown. He met John Blah later that year and sought his advice in the field of music. It was that same John Blah and others in later years that steady took the zeal, determination to compete with in a competition organized by the late Fodi Kande. For those of us who are old enough to remember the Progress Awards night that was organized by the late Fodi Kande. He was then attending the Ahmadiyya Secondary School in Freetown. Teddy Bongo was a very ambitious young man, a go-getter, and was never afraid of making it try. He made endless strides to prove who he truly was. Teddy will be remembered for several things. I had personally admired him for being respectful to all and sundry, tolerant, ambitious, patient, sincere and honest, prayerful. His 5 daily prayers, he never compromised and had faith in whatever. He established a harmonious work relationship with show promoters all over the country. He was not the kind of musician who would disappoint show promoters. He was a giver and sometimes generous to a fault. was a disciplined man and did not condone indiscipline at no time. His group, Culture Heroes, they are here. They will testify to that adequately. His time with the unique ambassadors, our childhood club, became a turning point in his music career whilst we were coming up. The unique ambassadors gave him the stage, the opportunity, and that rousing privilege to control the microphone in Kaila. This was his beginning at that level. He always wanted the best for Sierra Leone. His pleasure was that desire to entertain his people even in difficult circumstances. Little wonder why he died in active service. He is credited for being one of the artists with the highest amount of recorded albums and singles. Stand to be corrected. He believed in Sierra Leone culture and promoted it to the fullest and with pride. Nobody ever distracted him from his focus, like our honorable first lady said, very focused. He was natural, original, and did not imitate. He was a humorous character with interesting concepts he developed into songs as well. The song Sonita that is trending globally readily comes to mind. Sonita has gone global, indeed, and as Sierra Leoneans, we should all be proud of him because that's the product of a Sierra Leonean. He was good at organizing charity concerts, especially for the vulnerable. He supported many in pursuit of education. He was not discriminatory. He cut across borders, north, south, west, and east. He knew no bounds. He was largely content and believed in uniting people. The reality today is we have lost a good man, a true legend and patriot, a superb entertainer, and the poor man's friend. Because of his humility, it has been rumored for ages without number that the Bongo accepted material things like rice, palm oil, cassava, and the like as entrance fees in the absence of money whenever he organized his functions. Well, let me here today publicly say, as we are going viral, and let me be on record, that for a man I have known for a little over 40 years, never did what the perception of the public is. This was a good lie and was mostly prepared by his detractors. Never did he accept any rice, oil, palm oil, whatever. But people say with confidence and, well, interestingly and most annoyingly, even the educated argue bitterly, as recent as last week, in an office that I will not mention. Somebody was very confident, but it was not in any quarrelsome mood, and he was assuring me. But he never knew the relationship between the late man and I. But we were able to put the truth down because we want that truth to be recorded. His humility was mostly misconstrued for something else, with nothing to show but typical rural flavor. There are still people with this mentality of colony-hinterland relationship, thinking that whatever comes from the rural is inferior. Whatever comes from the West here is superior. But that was no distraction to study, because he maintained his cool and ensured he earned what he wanted. He used his songs to defeat and dispel these negativities. Songs like Mama Sila, Komobiemi, Youthman, Makondo, Ready Before You Marry, Daiman, Sunita, and many other sensitization songs are honest testimonies to this assertion. Buy it or leave it. Posterity is there to join him on the right footing. And as I stand here I stand here with the responsibility given to me by study. As a diversion, let me just make this clear. Even though it is the Almighty that determines who live and who go, and at each time, in most of our privileged conversations, study will always tell me, my brother, the love I have for you, if God take you first, I not like you, I will suffer. He alone knew the gravity of that suffering. He said, because I can't say there is no one else. Also, for somebody to understand me so fully like you, it will be difficult. Man, let me first die, because I don't want to let you talk about me. If you don't talk about me, my life then will be lie. And so if I seem like digressing, instead he gave me this responsibility years and years back, and he will repeat them each time he had the opportunity. Steady was indeed a national asset who showcased Sierra Leone's talent. Sadly, though, he did not reap enough to compensate for that enduring energy he expended in the interest of Sierra Leone. I will deliberately skip his contribution in bringing the RUF to an end. He composed melodious songs with conscious vibes, mounted political campaigns, and won competitive general elections in this country. Only research will prove the extent to which he benefited. His reward undoubtedly is in heaven. It was never here. If our conscience picks us well, remember his wife and children who are left behind today fatherless. My own namesake, Salim, who happens to be the youngest, is too young to be fatherless. If you did not remember Bongo for what he deserved from you, for God's sake, keep Salim, young Salim, in mind. Perhaps consciences may be playing in other directions. But having in mind Steady's family, we probably compensate for the mistake we did for not recognizing him rightly. It's all good when we shout now when he's no more. But how much will he benefit? It's only because he occupied a special place in the annals of this country. But Steady was never interested in fanfare. This kind of garden where he used to be, I know his spirit will be around. He always say, Brahmi, I die when I bury me, that same day if possible. But Steady, you did so much that we not just bury you like that. Steady contributed greatly to this country in recognition of his valuable work to the state. The late President Kaba himself awarded him the prestigious Order of the Rocade in 2007. That was the last insignia award from His Excellency. But knowing the kind of man he was, very humble, because of his humility, this late man never made any fuss about it, like many else will. I wonder if there are people here who will say, Steady will stand on the stage and talk about that award. He hardly will mention it, because he was just a humble man. He was satisfied with whatever was his personality. Again, his love for his country is second to none. Many are dying to travel to the Western world, especially the USA, to stay. But Steady had the opportunities to stay in the USA, England, Australia, but to choose to return to Sierra Leone, to render his service to this nation. Farewell, bro. Sleep and take your rest. Indeed, you came, you saw, and you definitely conquered. Shall one day meet on that beautiful shore. We are never rich in money, even though misconstrued by most. Many people engage me on several fronts. That you brought, I get money. But please, if you get the adult, no adult, tell me to get money. Remember, whenever we went to the provinces on few occasions when I have to join him on Thursday, the amount of people who come around in the morning before he gets out, when he wakes up, for various problems, school fees, feeding, and the like. There are people who testify that he was a generous giver. I remember there was a year he had a function in Kenya. We were coming to the lorry park when we met. It was in the war years when we met a good number of displaced people. In the area we now have a plaza. And the study was so gifted, was so talented. These people were talking to us in conversation. As a matter of fact, these are villagers who never knew whose study was in. But he had had a function the previous night, and they were explaining their circumstances, telling where they were from, what was their situation, how the war had affected them, and that kind of stuff. And immediately after that, whilst he had taken the little token he had for those people, say, bro, you don't say them people in a concert, they don't give me so. Now sing by the sings, out of what you can tell me. And for those of you who know, that was how that song, Kweme Mokwane, Alpha Desibanya is here. He's now a medical doctor. When study started his album, that's 1991, they were the ones dramatizing that music. That song became an international song all over. Let's not forget his role in the rebel held territories. Steady was not eager to leave Freetown when the AFRC rebels were here, until they harassed him going towards the north. That scared him now to go to Conakry. And for those who can remember, who can really tell where, he was there in Guinea, entertaining the refugees, even in the midst of war. He sang a few songs where he remembered me as his testimony to the brotherhood between he and I. And that made my name went far. People call me, hey, oh, you this you brother, I left you. That song is referred to as old age or Gove in the name. Steady. I still remember that song, and I will always play that song in remembrance of you. Yes, Salim Yadi Ble Make. Yeah. Kele, Ofoma Watimae, Be Abomake. Yeah, up to Nyagaje Ble Maka. Up to happens to be his childhood brother and friend from that. Yeah, Nyagaje Ble Make. Yeah. Yeah, Kale, Ofoma Watimae. Be ma be ya bo make nya be steady briwo bele make pepe ye bele ma pewo ofoga na wati ma ye be ya bo ma pe steady pepe ye pepe pia ologa himma
Yadibeli Make, Sali, Muebeli Mapie, Fumawatimae, Beabo Mapie. He never knew this song will reflect on him. Otherwise, if he was smart enough, he would have put it in that song to say, Drijivide Kamahin, Ofo Mawatima Bon, Geabo Maka, and this is the final. Thank you so very much. Sorry for boring you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Salim S. Masakol. On that note, let me welcome the Minister of Tourism and Cultural Affairs, Kidi TB.